Word, son. What do you do, YouTube? It's your boy, Jay Divine. All right, man, before we get into this video, make sure you hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links, because you know how I do. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, man. So, of course, I got some Insurgency Sandstorm playing in the background. And if any of y'all haven't been keeping up with Call of Duty lately, and I know what y'all are getting ready to say, Jay Divine, you claim to not be playing Call of Duty, and you say you're not playing it anymore and not worried about it, but you sure seem to be pretty invested in it and keeping up with what's going on. Yeah, I know. It makes great content for me to talk about it. So make sure I sit back, chill, take a pee break, pause the video, get you some popcorn, because y'all know how I do. But anyway, so if y'all haven't been keeping up with the Season 4 Reloaded of Call of Duty that's come out, apparently they decided to take this superhero route to Call of Duty now, and now in Warzone you can be able to have these different kinds of superpowers where you got the laser eye ability like Superman, or you got this electric force field thing and super jump and a bunch of other stuff that you can do. It's a bunch of other stuff that you can do, and you can be as one of the superheroes or something like that. I'm gonna be so real with y'all, man. Again, I'm glad that I'm not playing Call of Duty anymore. I'm glad that I'm not. And I'm glad I'm not a Call of Duty commentator, let alone like somebody who revolves their content around Call of Duty. I'm so glad I don't do that. I'm so glad. I would rather deal with Madden videos, 2K football, and I would rather deal with sports videos than to deal with Call of Duty, because right now what Call of Duty is doing right now, they are at a very, very obscure spot right now, and it's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? So let me just start from the top. So basically, with all that being said, from what I explained with the Season 4 Reloaded was, Call of Duty is now getting to a point where like they're losing their identity, if that makes sense. The Modern Warfare series compared to Black Ops, if you compare it to like, the Black Ops, let's say Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4, right? That's supposed to be kind of like more of a futuristic type thing, right? Let's look at that. Let's look at Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, and yeah, let's just say those, right? Now, Modern Warfare has always been like the serious, I'll say one of the serious Call of Duties standing next to Modern Warfare 2, 1, 2, 3. Let's see, what was the other one? You got War at War, you got Black Ops 1, you got Black Ops 2. You can say Black Ops 2. And then, all the other Call of Duties before. But Call of Duty has always been kind of sort of like a serious thing, especially Modern Warfare, because when Modern Warfare 2019 dropped, that was supposed to be like the reboot of Call of Duty. And that was going to give us like kind of like that refresh of this simulation milsim type of first person shooter, a more serious first person shooter compared to, like I said, Black Ops 3, we had the exosuits, Infinite Warfare, Advanced Warfighter, et cetera, et cetera. All right. So going past that. So now we're going from a serious or semi-serious first person shooter to now it's comical. Now this is a big sitcom, a big joke. Now this is one of these games where now it's almost in comparison to Fortnite, kind of, sort of. You know what I'm saying? Now, some people will say that this is just a game mode, or it's just a game mode. You can still play Warzone, regularly how you've been doing. It's just a certain event that they got going on. It's not all across Warzone. I understand that. But my thing is, the more and more that I see these microtransactions becoming a thing, and I see how we've gone from actual soldiers, like milsim soldiers, Goes, we got Goes, Captain Price, Farah, all the characters from Call of Duty. We've gone from a serious military soldier-esque type game to now we got people running around in bunny suits and bright fire red nuke suits, or some fiery suit that you can buy from the Call of Duty store, and some sort of blacked out noir, pretty much a gimp suit, if you will, and some superhero that you can buy in the store. I'm not sure if you can buy a superhero, but what I'm just saying is, how can you take a series that's supposed to be serious, right? You take a series that's supposed to be serious, and you now make light of it, adding these different tones and modes to the game to try to make it a less serious game. Like, no, if you're going to make it a serious game, make it a serious game. We have other games where you don't take it as seriously, or the tone of it isn't as serious, and you can kind of let that, you can let that ride. You know what I mean? But if Modern Warfare 2019, when that drop was supposed to be a serious first-person shooter from Call of Duty, then why let up and now try to make it light now all of a sudden? You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I don't like this new Season 4 Reloaded. I don't like it. And I haven't played Call of Duty in a while. And I mean a long time. Like, I think I haven't touched it since Season 2, if I'm not mistaken. I think Season 2, I haven't touched it since then. Like, I know I'm not missing nothing, and I don't care to pick it up again. But it's just, I see how they're going about their consumers. Now, speaking of consumers, let's look at their demographic. The demographic is mostly considered of kids, preteens, teenagers, and young adults. And I mean young adults by 18 to maybe 22, 23. Like, you know what I'm saying? Relatively young adults. I'm 27. And ladies and gentlemen, do not come in this comment section saying, oh, you're just old. Old people always got something to say about the game. Y'all always got something to say. Go play boring Battlefield. Go play Hell Let Loose. Go play those other boring games. I'm having fun over here. It's not about you. It's not about you. Okay, so settle down. Settle down. Get you some Mountain Dew. Get you some Doritos. And relax. And go enjoy your game. Click off the video. And have fun. These videos are not made for you. And I'm not finna hold your hand, or I'm not finna sugarcoat anything about your quote-unquote favorite game. So you might as well go and click off the video now, because nothing else coming out of my mouth is going to be positive about Call of Duty. Fair warning now. Now, like I was saying, the demographic. Now, we covered the demographic part. So as a result, people who are like between 25 to like 30, we're pushed to the wayside. You know what I'm saying? We're not the ones that make up the majority of the game. So in turn, they're going to aim more towards that demographic. Now, we've seen the dawn of Fortnite and the microtransactions with skins. So since that's the new cash cow now, they're going to make certain operators with certain skins that are more appealing to the eye as far as aesthetics go, with tracers and different weapons with different morphing modes to them, depending on however many kills you get. You see what I'm saying? So it's more catered towards that crowd. Now, with that being said, it loses its way along the process. It loses its way. You know what I'm saying? Like, now we've gone from, like I said, to soldiers, serious soldiers, to now we got guys in, like I said, bunny suits. We got guys in leotards and tight superhero costumes with lasers beaming out of their eyes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all consider this to be Call of Duty. I told you, I literally thought Call of Duty was pretty much at the end of its rope when they started doing the Crash Bandicoot collab. I like Crash Bandicoot and I like Call of Duty, but those are two things that shouldn't mix. You know what I'm saying? Love Crash Bandicoot. Very first game as a kid. I loved it to death. My dad hated that damn game because he got sick of hearing me jumping on boxes and breaking boxes and eating up apples all day long. You know what I'm saying? But Call of Duty and Crash Bandicoot, those are two things that should not mix. You know what I'm saying? Now I think that they said something about the either the frag grenades or the Simtexes, or now the apples or something like that. You throw that or whatever, and you get this animated smoke cloud or whatever versus the actual realistic cloud that they have in there. And they got the tracers that turn your enemies when you kill them into wampas or wampa apples or whatever you want to call them. I'll just call them apples for the time being. But you got them turning into apples, and that's supposed to be the you know what I'm saying, that's supposed to be a great addition to the game. I didn't buy Call of Duty to play a cartoon. You know what I'm saying? I didn't buy Call of Duty because I thought this game would look great as a cartoon. I didn't play it for that. I didn't buy it for that. You know what I'm saying? Out of all the Call of Duties, when they rebooted, I would say remastered, when they rebooted Modern Warfare starting in 2019, when they brought that back, I said, yes, Call of Duty is back. You know what I'm saying? I got tired of the World War I and World War II shooters. They were cool, but that's not what I asked for. And I know a lot of people didn't ask for that. So I was like, cool, Modern Warfare coming back, bet. Now this is the real Call of Duty. And I champion that, and this is what we get in return. You know what I'm saying? This is why, as much as y'all gonna hate me mentioning this, y'all could probably guess what I'm about to say next. This is why I've pretty much transitioned to Call of Duty. I mean, not Call of Duty, Battlefield. This is why I transitioned over to Battlefield. Because one thing I will say about Battlefield, you can say whatever you want. Oh, Battlefield is boring. It's a boring game. It's this, it's that. That game sucked. Why the launch was so bad for it? Why was this so bad? Nobody's playing Battlefield. Look at the Steam stats. I don't care about those stats. All right. All I know is anytime I log on to Battlefield, I'm always in the game. I don't have any bots in there. People say, oh, well, you're just playing the game with bots. No, sir. I'm always in if it's 64v64, I'm always in a full lobby every single time. 24v24, 24v24, full lobby every single time. You know what I mean? So I don't care about those stats. Now, back to what I was saying about Battlefield. Battlefield has always remained consistent in their product. Like, Battlefield 2042 has always been championed as like a futuristic, but not as futuristic shooter. It's not futuristic to the point where we got lasers for guns, but it's futuristic to the point where we're kind of like dabbling in the near future, but we're not to that point where we have lasers and hovering, well, I don't say hovercrafts, but hovering cars and stuff like that. We're not in the near future. Like, we still have weapons. You know what I'm saying? I'll just say Battlefield 4 kind of on the edge of futuristic, you know what I'm saying? Teetering on the edge of that, you know what I mean? But out of all the things I've seen them add to that store, it has never been something where I was like, this looks dumb. You know what I'm saying? They've always kept it consistent within their product. There was a certain image that they were going for, and they stay consistent with that. You know what I mean? Now, of course, there's some in there that like kind of, you would think it don't fit, but it's like, oh, this is kind of cool. It's not like an over the top cool, but like, oh, okay, I see where it was going with that, but it's not bad. It's not an eyesore per se. You know what I'm saying? It look cool. Like, oh, okay. I think I'll probably, if I had some Battlefield points, I'll probably spend it on that. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's nothing to the point where it's like OD. You know what I mean? Battlefield always had an image, and they maintained that image. They've always were able to still think outside the box while being in that box. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the box as far as creativity goes, where there's different skins for said characters, but within that box, as in the image that they've presented for Battlefield. You know what I'm saying? For 2042. So that's why when it comes to skins and stuff like that, that's why I look at Call of Duty as a joke. You know what I'm saying? I look at it as a joke because it's clear that they're appealing to that young demographic. It's obvious that's what they're doing. You look over here at Battlefield is more or less still trying to maintain that hardcore crowd. You get what I'm trying to say? So all in all, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say, if y'all playing Call of Duty still, have fun, do your thing, but at this point, there's no point in picking up Call of Duty again. I just don't see it. I really just don't see it. You know what I mean? Can nobody pay me any amounts of money to play Call of Duty and say, oh yeah, it's a great game? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. Absolutely not. I don't care for these superheroes. I don't care for these 3D printed shotguns that they claim to put in the game. I don't care for any of it. Call of Duty has lost its image. It's lost its grip. Call of Duty is now a game to the point where now it's a laughing stock. It's a joke. You have younger kids that are looking at this game and are stacking it next to Fortnite. Fortnite obviously was catered more towards kids. Call of Duty is doing the same exact thing. They have no identity anymore. They don't have an identity anymore. There is no identity. They've lost that now. How are you going to try to balance a milsim style shooter, first-person shooter, with a arcadey kind of fun, kiddie kind of first-person shooter? How are you going to balance that? You're going to have to sacrifice something. How are you going to have footsteps be super duper loud, but at the same as that time, you got a skin that makes me stupid bright to where I can't even hide in the corner if I wanted to? You can turn your contrast all the way down, and with that same suit that I got on, you'll still be able to see me. How do we get to that point? Because of this younger demographic, the one that they're appealing to, the ones that they know are going to drain their parents' bank account for these microtransactions, that's where we got to where we are because of that. Call of Duty doesn't have an image anymore. They have lost their image. They've lost their way. They've lost their grip. Like I said, at this point, the only way you can save this game, and I kid you not, this is the only way you can save this. You take Modern Warfare, you did Modern Warfare 1 already. You take Modern Warfare 2, you remaster the multiplayer. Don't change nothing. If you, like I said, if y'all got to do it the same style that y'all did Modern Warfare Remastered, I'm totally fine with that. But don't change nothing. Remaster the multiplayer for that. Throw it in the store. I guarantee $15. Guarantee you. Y'all, that would be the highest selling Call of Duty, not even Modern Warfare. That would be the highest selling Call of Duty if y'all brought that back. Kid you not. Same thing on Modern Warfare 3. Bring that out. Bring back War at War. Remaster the old Call of Duties. That's the only way you're going to pretty much bring back the fans that you've lost, such as myself. That's the only way. But these other Call of Duties, I could care less for them. I could really care less. You know what I'm saying? Last final thing, you know, a lot of people will say, you know, oh, well, it's Call of Duty. It's supposed to be arcadey like that. It's supposed to be such and such. Okay. Here's where I kind of disconnect with that point. Call of Duty is an arcade shooter. Fine, we could say that. If you compare it to Battlefield, it's more of an arcade shooter. When you look at Modern Warfare and how serious they try to promote that game or that style of game to players, you look at Advanced Warfare and Infinite Warfighter as more of a arcadey shooter. Modern Warfare, that reboot, Modern Warfare 2019 was supposed to be more of a serious approach to first-person shooters. You know what I'm saying? With different techniques and how they handle the weapons and stuff like that. See, when you played Advanced Warfare and Infinite Warfare, you didn't have that. Or Advanced Warfighter and Infinite Warfare. I keep saying that. But when you played those two games, you didn't have that. When you played Black Ops 3, you didn't have that. It was just a jump around, point and shoot type arcadey game. You had fun with that. You know what I'm saying? You didn't think too much of that. You know what I'm saying? But if they release them kind of skins on Infinite Warfare or Advanced Warfighter or Black Ops 3, I wouldn't have a problem with it. You know why? Because the game is already wacky as is already. You know what I'm saying? Some of these skins, they're going to look over the top. It's not promoted as a serious first-person shooter. Or it's not touted as a serious first-person shooter. It's not touted like that. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be zany. It's supposed to be wacky. It's supposed to be like that. That's how they're trying to promote it. You know what I'm saying? Why else would we be having exosuits jumping around and running off of walls and all this other stuff? Why would we have this crazy technology that they've implemented in the future of Call of Duty? Why would they have that? Because it's supposed to be a fun, wacky, zany, arcadey type of game. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have a problem if they took those skins and dropped them over there. I wouldn't have a problem with that. But when you have a Call of Duty that's supposed to be a serious first-person shooter, or at least Modern Warfare, when you're supposed to be a more stern, serious attempt, and then you start pulling out superheroes with laser beams coming out of their eyes and stuff like that, what else am I supposed to think? Supposed to. That's not English. What else am I supposed to think? I can't take this game seriously anymore. I just can't. You know what I'm saying? It's obvious that you're not listening because there's things that we wanted y'all to try to fix, but you're not doing that. So in turn, you decide to up the ante and start bringing in superheroes and start bringing in these different skins and different tracers and death animations that literally take away from the immersion of the game that you guys once toted. So yeah, I'm done with Call of Duty. I don't see myself picking it back up unless they do a remaster. But as far as I'm concerned, the game is a wash. You know what I mean? And anybody who feels like, oh no, the game is great, it's fine. You know what I'm saying? If you enjoy Call of Duty, man, hey, do your thing. This video was not made for you. So don't go into my comment section trying to defend the game that you feel like is fun. Go play your game. You know what I mean? This is genuinely how I feel. And people, if you comment, you feel the same exact way, then hey man, we got something to talk about. You know what I mean? But yeah, Call of Duty is that's a wrap for me. I don't see myself playing it. Don't really care for it. Don't care for Warzone. Oh, maybe because you just suck at the game. How about that? It's not about that. I'm very functional in Call of Duty. Call of Duty has an issue with when you're trying to have fun, and everybody knows what it means to have fun on Call of Duty. When you go in there and you have games where you just running through getting 30, 40, 50 kills, you getting on your kill streaks and stuff, everything's going your way, and you having fun. You know what I'm saying? Everybody likes to have that kind of fun, but then when you all of a sudden have a match or two where you actually did great, you had an over 2.5 something KD, and the game sees that, oh, okay, let's stick you in a sweat lobby now. Now you got to carry this entire team on your back while everybody's MLG tryhards or hopefuls. You know what I'm saying? What part of the fun is that? You see what I'm saying? So it's not about, oh, you just suck. I don't have to sweat my ass off every single time I get on this game. I don't have to. I don't have to, and I don't want to. You know what I mean? Call of Duty has never been that. Anybody who you would say is a tryhard, at least when I remembered on Call of Duty, if you were a tryhard on Call of Duty, that means you drop shot it. That, you know what I'm saying? People still do that now. You drop shot it. You always try to camp in corners. You know what I'm saying? Not this bunny hopping mess, because bunny hopping I don't believe existed. But I know most people that were going tryhard always tried to drop shot all the time. You know what I mean? But as far as like sweating my ass off every single time I get on the game, I'm not with that. I'm just not with it. You know what I mean? I don't have to do that, and I don't want to do that. I want to play a game I actually enjoy and have fun. Because at the end of the day, we all play games to have fun, right? Not because it's a chore or a job, am I right? But let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below, man. I'm going to get up out of here. Make sure to hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links, because you know how I do. But I'm going to get up out of here, man. It's your boy Jay Devine, and I'm signing out. Peace.